All right, like Pro Tackle fam, no need for that chair today. We're gonna be standing up in this video. We have the brand new Steez Travel Rods here in the shop. We've also got a whole lot of stuff making its way in before ICAST. And of course, we already have word on some brand new items coming out at ICAST in July of this year. So we're very excited to be going. Gonna go a little bit early, do some fishing down in Florida. Very excited for that. But first off, I want to say Steez Travel Rods. I already did a little bit of a video on one, but I want to talk about the models that we have in currently. So the original video that I did showing off that first one, that 7'3" 5-piece rod, these are super awesome. Lots of cool technology packed into the Steez Travel Rods. They're all going to be 5 pieces. There are actually 6 different models in the Steez Travel Rod. We currently have 4 of them. We're going to be opening each of these, putting them together, showing you the bend and all the technology involved. Of course, this is a Steez rod, so it uses the SVF Nano Plus blank. Extremely light, extremely sensitive as well. And what sets this rod apart, or these series of rods apart from different travel rods, is that these utilize the V-joint technology. I'm going to show you on some of these rods, especially the spinning models, why the V-joint is so important. All right, had to raise y'all up a second. But right here, so the Steez Travel Rods, of course, we already took a look at the 7'3", so let me try to find one that we haven't done yet. Let's take a look at this guy right here. This is a casting rod. This is going to be the 6'8" light. So this is actually the bait finesse. If you're looking for a travel bait finesse rod, let's go ahead and open this one up here, make a little room on the table. If you haven't seen the full unboxing video of the 7'3", here's a good little preview at that. You get a really cool case. It's going to be carbon fiber-esque, and we're going to open it up, and that rod's already fallen out there, but really neat. It's got a foam inlay, and one of the really neat things about this, again, it's going to use that V-joint. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rod together. Of course, this is ferruled, and they want you to push these in really tight. So again, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Third one going in, and they make it nice and easy. There's dots going along each one of these that show you exactly where to put it in. Being a BFS rod, these blank sections are really thin, but these are melding together very nicely. It feels very solid for a BFS rod, and how thin this rod is, it feels really good in my hand. Now, again, this is going to be a Steez, so SVF Nano Plus. It's going to be using the air sensor reel seat, and they use a foam back section in the rod. So, of course, with most travel rods, a lot of them are going to be a lot more front heavy thanks to these ferrules here. But utilizing a little bit of extra counterweight in the back of this, not just in the bait finesse model like this one, but also the 7'3" multi-purpose rod, it balances very nicely for what it is. Now, 6'8", 5-piece light action. This is a true, pretty good all-around BFS rod. And if you take a look at this, I'm going to hold the tip down. You can see there's not any flat space in this rod. The way they use these V-joints is the way they're combined, and when you put the ferrules together, it actually bends into that ferrule. So instead of getting flat spots along each section of this rod, because there are 4 different sections in here, you're actually able to get a full, really good parabolic bend throughout the entire rod. Not just in this one, but also that medium heavy we took a look at in another video, and some of these ones that we're going to be looking at as well. So this bait finesse 6'8" Steez travel rod, available right now. I'm going to set this off to the side right here. Let's take a look at another one. We have this one. Go ahead and open it up here. Give me just a moment. Pop it open, and we are looking at the moving bait rod. So this is another bait casting rod right here. Let's take a look at the rating. This is a 7-foot medium. It's going to be rated for an 1/8 ounce to 3/4 ounce. And of course, y'all, if you have any questions, feel free, comment down below. We greatly appreciate it. Putting it together here, making sure those dots line up. Again, same blank, same reel seat, same V joint. And of course, these are, I believe, using the SIC guides from Fuji. So very, very good light sensitive guides to make this a premium product here. So this is the moving bait rod, 7-foot, medium, fast action. Again, this is a medium rod. Let's take a look at this bend right here. Look at that. There is a little bit of flat space, but it's still flexing. Unlike a lot of those travel rods that you see, this thing actually has an amazing bend. I think this is going to be actually rated up really, really close to what this rating is. It says 1/8 ounce to 3/4 ounce, and I would say this is about right. I think 1/8 ounce, you might be able to go even lower. It has a nice soft tip section here, and it actually stiffens up a good amount latter half of this blank here, so it's pretty stiff in this back half. So you've got enough backbone to set the hook into chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, anything like that. Of course, a swim jig, you could very easily pretty well throw a lighter swim jig on this. What's really, really neat as well is, since it is a moving bait rod, this handle isn't super long. It doesn't protrude out super far. I'm able to tuck it really well, either hand. Doesn't matter. Of course, you can pair up just about any reel with this. This rod is very, very well balanced, close to this first ferrule here. I would suggest just trying to pair it up with a reel of your choice, depending on your technique and your line size. So 7 foot, 5 pieces, medium fast action, the moving bait rod, Steez Travel Rod right there. All right, y'all, let's take a look at some of the spinning rods, or I think the only spinning rod we currently have in at the moment in this Steez Travel Rod. Let's see here. So this one is going to be the Drop Shot Nico 6'10", medium light, fast action. So this one is really, really neat, I think. Go ahead and put it together for y'all, and of course you can come check it out at the store, Lake Pro Tackle. We're up here in Gainesville, Texas. This V-joint, very, very comfortable. All these ferrules are going in very nicely. I can tell that this is well thought out. Really, really cool stuff here from Daiwa. So almost done. Last piece right there. Check this out, 6'10". This thing is feather light. I'm telling y'all, this is awesome. I would pair this up 100% to properly balance it, in my opinion, where it's going to be slightly forward but not much. Tatula MQ LT would probably be my go-to for this one. Let's check out that bend. 6'10", medium light. Woo! Check that out. All the way into the back section. No flat spots in there. This thing right here is bending deep into the blank. So really, really, really awesome. Drop shot, Nico rig, wacky rig, stuff like that. It does have a top grip on it. Now, it's not as big as some of the Steez rods where you see that cork protrude out a lot higher on the rod, especially on the one and the finesse game. But it is a nice, small, finessey grip that is very, very comfortable as well. I think the one thing I think this rod is actually missing is a little bit extra length on this. I know it is a medium light rod, 6'10", not very long at all. Great for roll casting, it feels like, and it is balanced a little bit weight forward. I wish it had a little bit extra length in the handle here. I have to choke up really, really tight if I do want to put this in my armpit area here. But 100% one of the lightest, probably the lightest travel rods I've actually ever held in my life here. Let's compare it to the Bait Finesse version. It's going to be very similar. So the Bait Finesse overall does seem a little bit heavier just because I think the weight's in the back, but this thing is feather light. So whether you're using a 25 1000, I mean, this is going to be freaking perfect. Check that bend out right there. Really, really neat medium light action, fast action out of this rod. So this is going to be rated for 3/64 to 1/4. Y'all, I would have no issue throwing up to like a 3/8. Depending on exactly what you're doing. If it's a Nico rig, like a bottom contact, no problem at all. I think you could easily get away with some of those little smaller finesse jigs. And this is also rated for 4 to 10 pound line. So this is a very unique rod. It's definitely probably not for everyone, and I'm going to be straight up with you. It is very short. It is not uncomfortably short just because I'm used to a really long butt section in my NRX Plus 902. But this guy right here, really, really neat finesse rod. Again, I can't stress to you how light these actually are, and if y'all want, I can actually weigh them at the end of the video if you stay to the end. So last one here is going to be the multi-purpose. This is another bait caster. So we've got 3 bait casting rods, and we've got 1 spinning rod at the moment. There's actually 2 spinning rods, or maybe 3 spinning rods here. But we're going to put together this 7'3", show you the bend and all that cool stuff here. So again, one more time, y'all, I'm going to remind y'all, this is going to be that top of the line SVF Nano Plus blank ultralight. This is going to be a 7'3" medium heavy rod. All of these are 5 pieces. This is rated for 1/4 to 1 ounce. And I'm going to say, you could probably throw a lot smaller than 1/4, and this is definitely a little bit more balanced just because of, again, I mentioned it earlier, this longer butt section here, this foam, and of course on the real seats here, you're going to be able to get a full contact on the blank on the casting, and then on the spinning, it's a little bit different. You don't get full contact on the blank, but it is very set inlaid into onto that. So unlike the bait casters, I did forget to mention this, the bait casters use the air sensor reel seat. These guys here use the zero reel seat, which puts that reel pretty much directly onto the blank without any blank space between it. This bait casting, I've done a video on it. 7'3", 5-piece, medium heavy, fast action. It is actually very fast action, and overall a little more towards that medium heavy plus side, just because of how powerful it is. So, of course, your bigger jigs, Carolina rigs, stuff like that would be no issue. Doesn't have a lot of full parabolic bend, honestly. It's got a little softer tip section. You can see that ferrule start bending right there. And this one right here has got a good amount of bend as well, but it stiffens up pretty good. So for do-it-all techniques, your Texas rigs, your jigs, you could throw chatterbaits on this. This is going to be able to do really whatever you need. So make sure to check out these rods. Let me weigh them for y'all real quick. Let me grab the scale here. I will tell you exactly how much each one of these weighs. So 7'3" medium heavy is going to weigh, nope, let me get it in ounces for y'all. It's going to weigh 4.9 ounces on this 7'3" here. Moving up to this one right here. This is, again, going to be the moving bait 7-foot medium. This one feels like 4.5 on the money. 4.5 ounces. Let's do the bait finesse rod, which I actually think feels heavier than the spinning, but let's check it out. It feels like 4.2, 4.1. Ooh, even lighter, 3.5. Guys, I'm telling you, that's how balanced this rod is. It doesn't feel like anything in my hand, and that's why I was like over guessing, but this is a 3.5 ounce rod. That is crazy. And then finally the spinning rod, I'm guessing it might be a little bit heavier. No, oh my gosh, 3.1 ounces. This thing is feather light, but it feels so good because it's so balanced in my hand. It sets really well. Like when I'm holding it, it feels a little top heavy, but when it's setting here, it feels really, really good. I think it just feels heavier because it is a little more top heavy. So y'all, make sure to check out the full range of the Steez Travel Rods. Of course, we've currently got 4 of them available. You can check them out here at the shop, and we are ready to ship them out to you right here. So y'all, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video here at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.